Hello, welcome back to the Spill the Tea podcast where we yap 24/7 and drink tea while doing it. I'm Willow.
I'm Rihanna.
And together we are...
We are the mini version of Lucina.
Yes, we are Lucina. I miss my baby.
I did Lucy.
I'm okay with being Selena. She's a mood. She's we love her. Okay, should we just jump right into it?
Sure.
Okay. Why have we not done a podcast in a couple months? Actually, it was December we did our first one.
Yeah.
The answer to that's very simple. We've been very busy. We're busy people.
Yeah, we both have school and literally anything else going on in life.
Yes, you have exciting news about school, don't you?
I am leaving.
You're leaving. She's free, guys. Well,
1 week and it's my last exam, and then I'm like free from school.
That's scary. Like that makes you're old officially.
It kind of hit me the other day that I was leaving, and I was like, oh my god, you know?
It constantly hits me that my friends are leaving, and I'm like, I don't want them to leave. I'm gonna be lonely.
Yeah.
But
None of my friends are like that.
That's how life goes.
Yeah.
It's just the way life. Sorry. Okay. What is the most exciting thing that's happened to you in the last few months?
Well, there's a couple things I can say, but I'm going to go with literally a couple of weeks ago when we both found out we're going to OBC.
Oh, yes. So it was literally 2 weeks ago. Today.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks ago tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, for those who don't know, I went to the Saving Lives Con in Paris, and met the cast of The Rookie, which was unreal. But I got home and we were messaging. We were like, we've got to go to this con, and I was like, we've got to get Rihanna there. So Rihanna, you asked your mum, didn't you?
Yeah, because like you were like saying, I can't remember where you posted it, but you posted somewhere saying you're thinking about going.
Yeah.
Then I messaged you like, wait, are you gonna go next year? And you were like, probably. And I was like, take me with you. I was like, I'll ask to go. I'll pay for everything myself, but I'm going with you.
Yeah, and my mum was fully on board. She was the entire time we were at the con. She was like, Rihanna, we should have brought her this year, but obviously we couldn't make that happen. But
yeah,
we got home and the tickets we just bought them. Like it just happened so quick. It felt like it happened so quick.
Yeah, because I asked my mum and I did not expect her to say yes the way she did. Like, she was so with it and I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, I feel like after going this year, now that we know what to expect, I feel like it's a lot better knowing we can take you and we can help you.
You can pin me down when my arms and legs are shaking like mad.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably still be shaking like mad. I mean, my reactions on the day when they walked out on the thing, they played a video introducing the guests, and they turned the lights back on, and that was them just walking in immediately, and I was like, oh my god, like this is happening.
Yeah, because it's like one of those just kind of hits you moment when you're like, oh my god, they're there.
Yeah, it seriously, it did, and meeting the cast was unreal, but what also made it unreal, like a dream come true, was meeting everyone in the fandom. Like there was so many people that I met that I was like, I speak to them. Like, I've seen you on Twitter. Like, you're a real person.
Because my one fear was like I would go and there'd be people I've seen on my For You page that are just like all over my algorithm. I'd just be like fangirling over them instead.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely did. I did some of that. Yeah. There's
like so many sweet people in the fandom. It's like it's hard not to.
I know,
You know?
everyone's so like lovely. There was one girl especially that I saw her so many times, And like I've actually told her this. I was like, I saw you so many times, and I saw her get her selfie with Melissa, and I was like, oh my god, that's blah blah blah. And I was like, I want to go up to her, but I'm too scared, and I regret not going up to her so much because she was so sweet.
You know, me and you should just start going up to people
We should.
next time.
My mum spoke to most of the people that I met. She was the one who introduced me to them, and I was like, yeah, I know who you are. I'm just not going to say that I know who you are because I'm too scared.
Yeah. My one fear is I'm gonna see people that I know or they're gonna know me and I'm not gonna know them by like name.
Yes, there was someone who messaged me and they were like, "We need to get a photo together. We need to get a photo together. Like it's unreal that we're meeting." I had no idea who this girl was,
Bless.
and I had to ask my friend. I was like, "Which one is she?" And she had to point her out to me, and I was like, "Thank you." Like I was so embarrassed. I felt so bad.
Yeah, because like I like know a lot of people might know my name, but on my TikToks and that it's like Riri, so
Yeah.
people might not actually know who I am, quite literally.
Yeah, my mum, she kept making jokes that she was gonna like get us T-shirts that said like Willow Rihanna and then Willow and Rihanna's mum, you know. And the
Oh
entire
God.
time we were at Saving Lives Con, she was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm just known as Willow's mum now." But
The mother.
yeah, the mother. I made so many friends during Saving Lives Con, and I genuinely think you're gonna make so many friends because everyone's so like sweet and like we all understand each other.
Yeah. I mean like I'm trying to speak to people more on like Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like comment to the posts or like, there was
I've
someone I saw made a post and they were like looking for more rookie friends. You commented on it as well, I commented on it. And there's people commenting on my post saying that they had like a group chat for people going to the con. And I was added to that. I was meant to ask you if you wanted to be added to that as well. Because the person who made the group chat said it was alright to add you.
Yeah, I would love to be added to it. Um, I was gonna say something and I have no idea what. I'm really sorry.
That's
There is a question that has been on my brain since I thought of it this morning at like 12 in the morning. That I wanted to ask for the podcast. I've been so excited to make this podcast like all day. Like I've been sitting buzzing. I've been planning it out in my little head.
to be fair, I just kind of missed it because it's the podcast is basically just like our phone calls.
Yeah, it's basically just us
Except
recording
recorded.
our phone
Yeah.
calls and
Yeah.
posting it.
I feel like we should do that more often. Like anytime we feel like we want to call each other, just turn it into a podcast.
100%, 100%. So my
Even if it's not like rookie related.
yeah. So my podcast, my question is this is probably going to be a hard one for you because I've already thought it out. What is your favorite quote from The Rookie? Like any quote from any character.
Hmm. I don't know.
Do you wanna hear mine?
Go for it.
Mine is Tim when the captain dies and they're because I'm rewatching season 1 right now. And Tim goes to Lucy. He goes, "Grief is
Oh my god,
grief.
yeah.
It's a hole that can never be filled, but over time it gets smaller so you don't fall in every step you take," or something like that. That is my all-time favorite quote of the entire Rookie, and it like sums up the past year like
Yeah.
of my life.
I don't know. I'd have to come back to that one. I don't actually know. I never really thought about like quotes, you know?
Yeah. Um. Okay. Well, we can probably come back to that once you've had a little think. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. One question I did get asked that someone said they'd be interested in hearing people talk about on a podcast about the Rookie. Um. What like the dynamics between characters? Like
Yeah.
who's your favorite like dynamic?
Mm, ooh.
It's a tough
I don't
one.
know. Yeah.
And I want to see Melina. I wanna see them coming
Oh,
alive.
definitely.
100%. Ooh, I just thought of a question.
Go for it.
Who do you think has had the most character growth throughout the seasons that we've known them?
Um, I just want to say Lucy because of what she went through and the things she had done, and
Yeah.
now she's like sergeant because she was buried alive.
Yeah,
She was like
first,
a
yeah.
hero, but you know. Then she did undercover, wanted to become a detective, that didn't work. Then she became a sergeant.
Yeah, our girl, she's been through so much. Like,
Oh,
I was
and the breakup, too. Like, you know.
if she we don't talk about the breakup here. Okay, that's a sensitive subject. Um but if she didn't make
Yeah.
sergeant, I was suing. I
You know, I'm just sat here thinking about like rookie codes right now.
I'm sorry. I've just got that stuck in your brain, haven't I?
Yeah.
I personally think this is I don't know how popular this opinion is, but I think Nyla, like, I mean, there's so much of her backstory that we still don't know, but like
Yeah.
just watching her back in season one, that's when she joined, isn't it? Might be no, it was season two.
She
But
replaced. Yep.
Talia, yeah. Um, but like rewatching season two, like and seeing how she's grown throughout the seasons, and especially when I talked to Makia, I in my solo chat with her, we discussed Nyla's character growth and how she became detective, fell pregnant, all that stuff. And she actually ended up revealing that she wasn't supposed to make detective. She was supposed to stay a patrol officer, and they didn't really know where her story was going to go. But she fell pregnant, and the thing that holds their guns and their tasers and stuff like that, it was so uncomfortable on their hips, like her hips, because she was pregnant, that they had to change. So because she couldn't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like if she hadn't fallen pregnant, like where would she have gone?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
That's like a kind of tough thing to think of because you've always seen her as a detective. So it's like
Yeah.
when you think of like another path, it's difficult because she works so well as a detective.
Yeah, like she was made to be a detective. Her and Angela. Like they're just the best detective duo.
Yeah, because I think of like that whole scene when they were like, did he just say that like women? I can't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
When they act like women aren't dangerous
Yeah, in
in
front
front of
of
like the
two of the
two.
most. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like,
Yeah. They have so many iconic scenes, and like the rookie has so many scenes that need to be talked about so much more, and I feel like there are so many like episodes and scenes that I genuinely feel like would do well if it was shown in schools to show like the power that everything you do has on you.
yeah.
I feel like that went a bit deep there. I was like, you know.
I think it was a fair comment.
Sorry, I've just found Discord sounds,
What was
and
that?
there's sounds I can make on our Discord call.
That was I was so confused. Did you just make a duck
I
noise?
just made a duck quack. Quack quack. I feel like that sums up our friendship right there. Just the quack.
Yeah.
What should we name our duck? I feel like the duck should be our podcasts. What's the word? Podcasts. Um,
Mascot?
Mascot. What should we name our duck?
let's leave that to the people who do listen.
Yeah, let's leave that to the viewers. Guys, what should we call
Yeah.
a duck?
Oh, that's iconic.
Okay. How about, I feel like we went a bit forward here. How about we talk about the last couple months of us not doing podcasts and what we've been up to?
Well, the last 2 months has been studying
Yes.
and watching, of course. But
Yes. Studying.
for me, life's not been like majorly busy, but just not like we thought to sit down and make a podcast episode
Yeah. Like,
because
life's
I've like
not,
started working more.
yeah, life's not been boring. Like, definitely not boring, but not enough that we could that we can share publicly that
Yeah,
would be well enough for a podcast, because those of you who don't know,
Had to edit out for personal reasons. Enjoy this music whilst you wait.
yeah,
yeah, so that was quite recent. That was probably in the last month or two.
yeah, and that the opinion probably won't change. So
Yeah, that I don't think that opinion is going to change on where we stand with being associated with them. But
yeah,
on a lighter note, we obviously we have this rookie group chat that we're always yapping in, and it started
yeah,
like we went silent for like a lot of the hiatus during season 6, and
yeah.
season 7 started getting closer and closer, and so many of us came back, and we were yapping again, and like we've just never shut up again.
Yeah, because I did say in the group chat that we should talk more after season 7 because we did genuinely, so many of us just went quiet.
Yeah, I mean, so many of us just kind of just disappeared. Like we focused on our own things, and I missed
Hmm.
them. My Shaylas.
Yeah. We can't even call them the yappers because it's now changed to the,
I
what is
know
it?
it's
Clown.
now the rookie reclowns, because, well, this is the history of our group chat. We were the rookie time zone warriors at the beginning.
Because we stay up late for the episodes.
Yes, because we're all like European or like or somewhere, and just we stay up late. And then we became the rookie yappers because we literally did not shut up about the rookie.
Yeah. Whole
And
season 6, it
then
was like at the end of the day.
yeah, and then we've been a couple like jokey names that only lasted like 5 minutes because it was just taking the mick out of other people, not other people, but like people in our group chat just making jokes.
Yeah.
And then we became the rookie raccoons, I think it was, because the raccoon showed up in season 7. And now we are the rookie reclowns, with a line, and then Shenford Homecoming 2026. Because we're delusional. Delusion takes the win.
Honestly, it's so funny because the whole of season 7, I think every episode, so many people were going, Chenford are so back this episode.
Oh, don't even. I have so many drafts from like after every single episode. I was making TikToks in my bathroom at like 4 a.m. being like, Chenford are so back together next week. They're so back together next week. And they never did. And I never posted them. And they will never see the light of day.
I think in our group chat, I would say like every single time, oh my god, they're so back. I feel so stupid now.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, so they're not back. But, you know what's back? The hiatus. The hiatus is back. And I don't want it to be back.
No.
Oh.
That's the only good thing though. It's like I'm really glad that like me and you were friends beforehand because it would be such a struggle if we were in the same boat as everyone else where we just all went silent.
Yeah, during that hiatus, everyone kind of went silent, and like, but we had each other, so we weren't lonely. That
Yeah.
genuinely, that I would not have survived that, honestly.
No. Like, we didn't call as much, but then, like, when we first became friends, we were calling as much as we could.
Yeah,
And
we
then, obviously,
called every day.
yeah, and then, like, over time, we realised we still have our own lives and are busy, so we still do our own things.
Yeah. I was gonna say something.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, my brain. Oh. One
Do your
day.
little sound effect.
One day. Oh, right, that was it. I have a fanfic out. I have multiple fanfics out, but I have one that I was writing and then just completely stopped, and I felt so guilty. I still feel guilty that I've just stopped writing it. But I got a couple comments on it recently, and I was like, I can't believe I forgot about this thing. And someone
Yeah.
asked, like, when I'm bringing it back. Someone went, "Can you please update this story?" Because it's been months. Okay, it's been months.
Yeah. I remember that.
So, oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh no, never mind. I only just got the email that Melissa O'Neill's back on Cameo, and I panicked. But that's okay. It's okay.
Emotional damage now.
Hello,
It's not
darkness,
funny.
my old friend. Anywho,
We're not really staying on one topic here.
we really aren't. That just kind of sums us up. We never stay on one topic.
No, I think we've been through the past 10 topics trying to talk about one topic.
Let's find one topic to focus on. What can we focus on?
Don't know.
Saving life. OPC next year.
Oh, yes.
Let's
I
start with
gladly
that.
talk about that.
Yes, I will
Dylan
gladly.
Conley needs to go.
Yes, Dylan Conrique. She needs to go to this convention. We
That would save me.
talked to some of the staff while we were there, and they were like, "Who do you want to go?" And I was like, "Dylan Conrique, all the way. Dylan Conrique. We need her there." Because if
I'm so
those who
glad you
don't
asked me
know, me and Rihanna met through Dylan, who we found through the show. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I found Dylan through the show. You found Dylan through the show, and together we
Well,
found. Well,
technically for me, like, I had heard, like, when she had When I Go Out, I think.
yes.
I found that and I was listening to that, and then I kind of like listened to it on repeat and then stopped and then watched the Rookie and then saw her and was like, oh my god, I know her. And I was like, oh my god, I'm fangirling again.
Yeah, for me, I kind of had seen some of her music, and seen just like random scenes of like TV shows she had been in the past, and then I watched The Rookie, and I was like, hey, I recognize her, and then her music showed up again about 6 months later, and I fell in love with her music, and then we met through her Discord when she went live, when she was chatting with us.
Yeah, because she was like in preparation for releasing Last One to Love Me.
Yes,
So she was yapping more. And then it just
so
so happened we were on the same time.
Yeah, and it just so happened that the two Scottish girls were the ones who were staying up till about 4 in the morning worrying. We're like, where's Dylan gone? No, she did not have diarrhea.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, please leave me alone.
Hey, I was trying to ease your mind.
I was panicked. My anxiety was high. Ooh, I've just remembered about book. No, we're talking about OPC. No, we're talking about OPC. Okay, sorry.
Oh my god, we were going off track with our past.
So we were, yeah. Okay, back to OPC. So I was telling them, I was like, we need Dylan there, blah blah blah. I talked to some of the cast, and I was like, next year we gotta get Dylan there. Like I was telling them all about Dylan. And next year we're going, and there's not many updates out yet about where it is and stuff like that. But
To be fair, it's still a year away, so
yeah, my personal hope is that it's the same hotel, because I know my way around and I know like safe places I can go in that hotel. I know we had this little area called the cold room, which was just like a little cold area where we could just go and sit and just kind of breathe for a second after everything happened, which was, I feel, very important to have. Um, so I personally hope it's in the same hotel because I know it and I know the area surrounding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I just kind of hope that they like. I really want them to release more people, but like not too soon because Gal's gotta make some money.
Yeah, we need to make our money back. I think that's why they're not releasing guests. I feel that I'm probably not right at all, but I feel that they've probably already signed some people and they know that they have to do a bit of a like lead up to it and kind of like wait for some people to get their money back, which I'm
Yeah.
very grateful for. Very, very grateful for.
I have a feeling the next person will probably announce. They might announce more than one people one time. I don't know how they do it, but they might.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll probably be maybe like beginning or end of the summer because they know that that's when people are more likely to have summer jobs or make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I feel that's a perfect time. And if they
Yeah.
don't plan to do that, what are they doing?
Online, I'm gonna be completely honest here. Online, the like the planning of the con doesn't seem very well. Like it was the same for Saving Lives Con. There was no information on like what was going to be there. We never knew if there was going to be merch, so some people didn't budget for that, so they couldn't afford it. Um, some of the planning just wasn't very good. But however, when we got to the convention, there was the staff members that me and my mom actually made quite good, like not well, friends, yeah, friends.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, acquaintances with them, and they were so sweet. There was these two girls especially, Axel and Fiona, and they kind of like helped me and my mom get like around the place, um, and like find like where we were going, and they were amazing, like so sweet, and we we found out like just we were just like putting pieces together the entire weekend. It's like a big family business. It's like Axel, her mom was Laura, I think. Um, and there was this other lady, and I can't remember her name, and I feel guilty now. Her son worked there. Yes, her son worked there, and her husband worked there. And I was like, that's crazy. They're just a whole family. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
but the
It's probably the
planning,
best way to run a business like that. You
yeah,
trust everyone there.
yeah, and the planning may not look that well, and we may still be angry about that part. But the staff when there made the weekend so much more like unforgettable, and they made it so much easier for me to like figure things out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like during my autographs on the last day, I was an emotional wreck, guys. I'm not even kidding when I say I was sobbing through all of them. And every time Axel would see me, I would be crying, and she would go, "Willow, you're crying again!" And I would go, "Yes, I'm crying again. I'm emotional." And at one point, I was waiting in Derek's line to get his autograph. Who Derek? Oh my God, he made that. He made that weekend so amazing. Um, I was in the line, and I just stopped crying again. And was wiping my tears, and Axel saw me across the room from like another line. She went, "Willow, you crying again?" And people around her looked at me, and I was like, "Oh my God." But no, they were
Mortification.
sweet. They were really sweet. Sorry, I just went on
Yeah,
a bit
that
of
one.
a rant there.
I have a feeling next year I'm like I've been telling myself for ages that I'm not going to be an emotional wreck. I'm going to hold it together. But I didn't, especially because it'll be after, like, basically after season 8. And I have a feeling I don't want to say this again, but Chenford is so back. So I
100%.
feel like it's gonna make it even more like not special, but like I don't know. That's the only way to describe it really. Just knowing that like Chenford's back together, that's what I want. And if that would happen before the convention, that would be insane. Especially if there was like a Chenford photo shoot. You'd find me crying in there.
100%. I mean, I know you, and I know what it was like there this year, and next year I feel like because it's just gonna be the rookie cast, like it's just gonna be the rookie people. It's gonna be so much better. Um, and knowing you personally, we're both gonna be a wreck. Like,
If you start crying before me, either way, if I planned on it or not, that's gonna set me off. So
oh yeah, so I know I know I'll cry, because there's no way I won't.
although I'm like a really odd person because like I don't like making it obvious when I'm crying, so you just find me silently sobbing beside you. Like, see, you know how you said that when they did the video?
Yeah,
You'd find me beside you, silently, like tears rolling down my face because I don't want to like bring attention to myself.
yeah.
So if you turn around and look at me, just look away again.
The one thing I will say is the cast, they saw me cry. And nearly all of them, no, all of them saw me cry. Um, and I was embarrassed, and I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But they were all so sweet about it. Like they knew this was gonna happen. Like they're like celebrities. They're gonna be used to people crying when they meet them, obviously. But they were so sweet, and like there was so many people crying around me, and I was like, this is I've never felt more understood, and I feel like you're gonna feel the same, and I can't wait for next year when I get to see you go through the emotions that I did, or probably similar emotions that I did, of just the oh my god, and then the oh my god, and then the um
Oh my-
yeah, and then like the oh my god, you know,
yeah.
like
I
that.
mean, to be fair, when I was at like the Alex Warren concert, I literally like I was like really hoping there'd be confetti his last song, and I know he did it. But I wasn't too sure if it was gonna happen, but I was like really excited, and like I love his music as well. And I like just kind of started crying as it happened, and I was like the only one around me in tears, so I was like silently just to myself. But more
Yeah.
people are crying. Hey, sure.
Well, when they first walked out, I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna be strong. I'm not gonna cry. And then that didn't work out. I was sobbing immediately, and I looked around me and I was like, why is no one else crying? And then I don't think I saw anyone crying other than in autograph. Something emotional must have happened, and there was 2 or 3 girls I saw crying, and I was like, oh bless their wee souls, like I get that. But then I didn't understand until the next day, and I was them.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait for like, obviously I'm excited to meet the cast again and see them all again and have fun and all that stuff, and meet some friends that I couldn't meet this year, and hopefully be more confident in seeing people. Yeah. But I'm so excited to be able to take you, and to be able
Yeah.
to see you experience meeting them for the first time. It's so special.
Yeah, because like to be fair, I think if you weren't able to go, and obviously either way, if I went with my mum, she was sending me in there myself. I feel it would have been a way different. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. I would have loved seeing the cast, but like anything else, I would be absolutely terrified.
Yeah, I think if you were doing that alone, and like if your mum had just let you go in on your own, you would have been so overwhelmed. There was people I
Yeah.
knew there that were on their own, um, and you could see it in their face that they were terrified.
Yeah, because even though it's something that you get you're looking forward to, it's still like terrifying to be there. It is overwhelming
Oh
because
yeah,
it's so many people and you're about to meet your heroes, I guess.
yeah. Like, I know some people that had literally just bought the pass to get into the place and were literally just watching them on the stages and watching them in, like, the rooms. Because, like, they just wanted to have the experience of being in the same room as them. Even if they couldn't,
Yeah.
even if they, like, couldn't afford or something to, like, meet them. Which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like they could have easily just booked it and then still spent some like a week after in Paris.
Yeah, like that. I feel like that was our mistake this time. We obviously there was nothing we could do because I had to fly back on the Monday because I had my English exam on the Tuesday, which was terrifying, and it actually went pretty okay. To be fair, I think that's
Did you
down to
take
Lisette.
English?
But you sorry what?
Did you take English? Like,
No. I
okay,
did
I was
not
gonna say
take
because if you
higher.
did, it's more likely it'd be a bit problematic because obviously
Yeah.
you guys want to go back on the Tuesday, but I thought it'd be fun to have like a sleepover after if you wanted,
Oh
and then
hell
I'll go
yeah.
back
Hell yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Um, what I'm scared of for next year is exams because I know what I have, but based on the exams I had this year, I don't think it'll be a problem. But that's what I'm terrified of is there's gonna be something come up and I'm gonna have to do an exam while I'm out there and it's not gonna be possible. Is my biggest fear.
Yeah, because you want to go out early, like the Thursday.
Yeah. So our plan is based of experience. We want to go out on Thursday, hopefully earlier than we did this time, so we can get like kind of settled and do a bit of exploring the area, and then have the Friday exploring and seeing Paris, and then we want to have the Monday to just kind of decompress, because post-con depression hits so hard, like it hits so bad, on the
Yeah.
Monday, especially flying home. And like leaving the country. Um, so we want to have Monday to just decompress, and then Tuesday we can fly home. Hopefully less stressed.
I'd say Tuesday would be good to maybe do like not a morning, but like say like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Because it
Yeah,
gives you time to pick up in the morning and then go.
yeah. I mean, our exam on the Monday that no, my plane ride on the Monday that I had was at 11. So we were at that airport for 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I was exhausted. Like,
And I like spoke to my mum about like the whole maybe me staying at yours the night before and maybe the night after.
yeah,
She's not too well.
yeah. I mean, as long as
She's
it's
like,
okay with your mum, it's okay with us. We love having you here. You're part of the family.
I've never been to your house though.
Oh, you've never been to my house.
That'll be what we'll do during the summer.
That will. You'll need to come and get used to my house and where I live. You can try
I'll do a
McDonald's.
I'll do a long weekend, Friday to Monday.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yep. I like we're just like talking about life plans and we're still doing a podcast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
I kind of forgot there. I was like, oh,
I
wait. Oh yeah.
I genuinely like forget that we're doing this podcast sometimes. Like when like whoa.
Oh.
We we recorded the last podcast in December, and I can still remember just going into the conversation. We were like, "What are we gonna do? We're not gonna be able to talk for so long." And then we just started yapping and just didn't stop.
At the same time, we were. I think we were trying a bit too hard to keep on conversations that we knew would intrigue people.
Yeah, we tried so hard
This
to.
time, they're just talking.
Yeah, we weren't actually like yapping. So, I feel like we haven't
No.
spilt any tea. We need to spill some tea.
Hmm.
I'm up to stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
What can we spill?
I've got something, but it's pretty bad, and people are gonna hate me for it.
Spill it. Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
How about Chenford?
Okay.
Based off like the last, say, 3 episodes, I'm like kind of glad that they didn't bring them back together in the finale.
Really?
Kind of. Like, I'm mad that we have to wait like 8 months, but at the same time, they waited till the last second to even have Tim mention moving in, and that's like way too fast. They're not even going out.
Yeah.
You're so. But like,
Sorry. No,
but like, of course, I wanted them to get back together. But the thing is, it's like the whole entire time they were just making them hook up, and they never had their conversation.
Oh yeah.
And I get
Yeah.
they could have had it earlier, and it could have happened so many times. They just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I agree on some
I
part of
don't know.
that. I wish they did the storylines a bit different. Like, this is no hate to anyone on the Rookie
No,
set, but I think they could have done some of the storylines a bit different. Some of them just seemed a bit rushed. Some of them seemed a bit out of character this season. They
some of them
just,
felt like unneeded, like unnecessary.
yeah,
It didn't need to be that long.
yeah.
The whole Chenford did
It was
not need
like
to
they
play
were.
for that long.
It was like they were trying to fit in everything that they didn't have during their relationship into them being broken up, which just didn't work.
No,
Like
I
this,
mean,
like
ooh, you go.
the station kiss. Everyone had been begging for that
Yeah,
while they were together, and then we got it while they were broken up. It didn't
but it
make sense
still
to
didn't
me.
work. No, it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
It didn't like ruin it. Like, it's still glad about it,
Oh
but at
yeah.
the same time, like, it would be so much better if maybe they had them back together. They had their talk after the gala episode.
Yeah. I feel
And the April Fools could have been like them, and they announced they're back together before, but in April Fools they like pretend that they're arguing again. I feel that
yeah.
would have been good.
I That would have broken me. Um with I was gonna say something. Oh my god, my brain. Oh. Um with hold on, I'll get there.
One eternity later.
Oh my god,
You got
I've
it?
lost it.
What were we even talking about just there?
We're Chenford and how they rushed together. Oh my god, it was a really good point as well.
Was it about Chenford or someone else?
It was about Chenford. Oh yes, yes. Okay, so I've
Yay.
seen a bunch of I've seen a bunch of people's opinions on this, and I've seen some people saying it was cute and that it was because Tim's her safe space. Lucy falling asleep when Tim was having this big conversation with her. I get that you can be unbelievably exhausted after a night shift. I completely understand that. But during the
Yeah,
whole
my sister does
episode,
night.
yeah, my mum did like night shift for when we were younger. And I completely understand you can be exhausted to the point of like you're yeah. But the entire episode we'd seen her hoping they could have an adult conversation because she just couldn't sleep without him. She was praying like that something would happen between them. She was going to call him just because she couldn't sleep so that they could have that adult conversation and get back together. And then
Yeah.
as soon as that conversation was happening, she fell asleep. And
Yeah.
I get that he's her safe place and all that jazz, but it was so out of character, and just I feel like it was an adorable scene. Don't get me wrong, I was crying, but I feel like it didn't make
Yeah.
sense. You know?
Yeah, because like, yeah, obviously, like you said, people are tired after a night shift, but she she agreed to have the conversation. And I get that it
Yeah.
might just hit her after that she was tired. But would you not admit that like you're incredibly tired, maybe you want to reschedule, than just ruin the kind of moment by falling asleep and then we have to suffer with the fact that he said to be continued?
Yeah, the fact there was so many points in this episode, this season, that it felt like they were doing I don't know what they're called, but it's like the ones where they break character and they look at the screen. There was so many points in the season, like the
Oh.
date, like the date that they had, and this time next week we'll know. I was so ready for them to turn and look at the camera. And same with the to be continued thing. Can I just butt in and say something?
Go for it.
You know Bells?
Yeah.
She just followed me back on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I followed her earlier today because I don't know, she must have like a different account, and she posted a face reveal and I was like, oh my god, it's her. And she just followed me back and I'm like freaking out.
Yeah, there's some people that I see, like, I on my like main TikTok, my public one, I
Yeah.
like got a follow request from someone, and like I get that the Rookie fandom, everyone like kind of like just follows each other,
Yeah.
but some editor followed me. I can't remember which one, but they had like 10k followers, and I was like, you're following me.
Yeah. There's so many people. I once looked through my following to find one of my friends, and I was going through it and I was like, oh my god, this person follows me. Oh my god, this person follows me. And it got to a point I was like, okay, so a couple of the well-known people in the fandom follows me. And then I got to like Kristen and Nova and stuff like that, and I think it was them, and they followed me back, and I was like, like, oh my god, I was freaking out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Kristen's photo with Chenford and like her friend, that was the most iconic one I've seen, honestly.
the one,
Besides yours. Yours was like,
the one with Melissa lifting her up.
yes.
I watched that happen. I saw her get picked up, and I was like, oh my god, she's picking her up, and I went, please don't drop her, please don't drop her. And then it happened, and I was like, oh my god, and me and my mum were sitting there, and we were like, that's so cool, like, that's gonna be such an iconic photo. And then I clicked who it was, and I was like, oh my god, that's Kristen. And my mum had heard me all weekend going like, oh, those are the popular people, like those are like they're the people that like that know them, like
They're
the
well
cast
known on
know them.
TikTok.
Yeah.
This person makes amazing edits.
And
This person's an icon.
yeah, and then I noticed that it was Kristen, and I was like, oh my god, like that's crazy. I was like,
Yeah, because I feel like some people, like, obviously the show carries a fandom, but I feel like some people, like, genuinely bring so many people together.
yeah, like, oh, okay, I've got this. I don't think I've told you this. We turned around a corner and saw Rika. I think I'm saying her name right. You know, the artist.
Yes.
We saw her
Oh my-
with one of her friends, and I was like, oh my god, that's Rika. My mum went, who? And I went, you've got to see her art. And I showed my mum her art later that night.
Did she not have, like, a book for, like, Melissa? That was her?
I think was that not Kristen?
I don't know.
They had like the nature book.
There was a book about, like, Taya.
Oh, I didn't see anything. I probably just missed it though.
Yeah, we don't know.
But my mum went around the corner and started talking to her, and she turned to me and she was like, come on out, and I was like sweating. I was like panicked. And then I was like, hi. She was like, hello, and I was like, I love your art. She was like, oh, thank you. And she gave me a bracelet, and I have not taken those bracelets off, by the way. I have not taken them off, except from showering. But you know, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so we were like, we chatted about that, and then we ended up getting a photo together later on. But they were sat with all like the pop. I hate calling them this, the populars. Like on this big bunch of sofas, and we were walking out the door, and I think it was to get lunch, and they were all sat there, and I was like, oh my god, that's all the popular people. And I hadn't looked at them because I was like, avoid all eye contact, like what if they see me and hate me. And then we were walking out, and apparently my mum said that Rika was there with her friend, and I can't remember the friend's name, and I feel really guilty about that. And apparently she waved at us, and I felt really guilty after that because I was like, I didn't wave back. I'm gonna look like such a bum to all these people that I like love their things. There was so many of them that like I had like one like a single sentence conversation with them. Like while in a line or while waiting for a solo chat, and I'm like, that's crazy that I'm
Yeah,
scared
because
to
I
talk
think
to them.
the person that we both commented on, I think it was Emmy.
Which
Was
one?
that the person?
Which
I
one?
don't know. There was like a TikTok that I had commented on, and I had said about how I was going with you. I was to put I'm like my best friend's taking me, and we're gonna go together, and we'd be happy to like see you and hang out with you at the convention at some points if you want.
Was that
And she was
today?
like looking for more. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember
Oh,
what her
you
name
commented
was.
as well. And you posted.
Yeah, because I didn't actually like pay attention to her name. I was just like, oh, a friend, and then
Yeah, 'cause that's what I thought. And then there's someone on my page. Maybe the same person. She's in the group chat. I think the one that we commented on because there's like maybe 10 people,
Emmy.
maybe more. Yeah, she's in that group chat. I think unless someone has the same name as her. But you know the one who did the cover of Melissa's song on the guitar.
Yes.
She's in that group chat. I nearly like fangirl tell her
Oh
that. I was
my
like, oh my
god.
god, I love you.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Wait, I know
Because
her name. I know it. I know
apparently
it. I don't know it.
she's apparently doing a cover for Daddy Cop next. I think
Oh.
she was trying to learn it, but she was like, She said that in the group chat she was going to sit down and record it, but when she started playing the camera, it was as if she forgot to play it, and that's so valid.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I found out it was her because I was like, she posted a TikTok and was like, hey guys, can you like go and like and maybe comment? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're besties now. I'm gonna do that. So I went and then I looked on her page and I was like, oh my god, that's you.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that in the group chat because I was like, that's a bit too strange to just start yelling out, you did that cover, that was you.
Yeah.
Because I watched that like 20 times. She's so good.
It was. I had a conversation with Nova. Well, no, it was basically my mum. I got shy and went quiet. We were talking about watching The Rookie at like 3 a.m. With everyone, and she joined in the conversation. She was like, "Yes, I watch it live with all my friends." And I got really scared, and I took everything in me not to go like, "Yes, I love seeing your posts" and stuff like that. It took everything in me to not say like, "Oh, like I admire like you and Kristen's friendship and all that stuff." And I was like,
Yeah.
I was freaking out. Okay, so how do we end this podcast? Okay, so let's say overall, what has been your favorite part of season 7 as a closing question? No, let's travel back. Sorry, let's travel back to the first question.
What was that?
What is your favorite quote from The Rookie?
No, because I took it off my mind and now I don't know any.
What about tomorrow? Make out, stop crime. That totally tracks. I feel like maybe we can visit this next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll plan more quotes. I'll think thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you guys next week on Spill the Tea podcast. Bye everyone.
Yeah. Bye.